Hey everyone, welcome to this video for the Computer Engineering Kit. We are going to be covering exercise 3, which talks about Python functions, so feel free to pull out that instruction sheet to follow along. So just to start out with a quick clarification. If you have any prior programming experience, you may have heard the word method before. In fact, in the previous exercises, we referred to Artie's methods a lot. A function is a block of code that works to carry out a specific task, and a method is very similar in functionality, but at least in Python specifically, it is associated with classes and objects. It's not super crucial, but it's nice to know. So if you can remember, in exercise 2, we learned about reducing redundancies with for loops. We then began thinking about the possibly repetitive code that we would have if we needed to use the for loop more than once throughout the program. This is where a function would come in handy. We can construct a function that, when called by a single command, will execute everything inside of it. So let's go and try this out on Artie now. Just like every other exercise, you want to find your way to the Python page on Artie's website. Every instruction sheet has steps for this, so feel free to refer back to them. This is the for loop that we constructed in the last video. Recall that it will loop 3 times. Each time it will create one side and one angle. Now let's say that I wanted Artie to draw 4 different triangles. This is what I would need to do with our current strategy. This is again so repetitive, and it's just creating more mess and more potential for errors. To fix this, we are going to build a function that we can call drawTriangle. You define a function by using the keyword def, followed by the function name, and you can choose to include something called a parameter. A parameter is what we call the information being passed into a function. The purpose of our parameter, n, will become clearer when we go to call the function with an argument. Don't forget to indent everything you want to be inside of the function. I'm going to cut the for loop and paste it into our function. In your instruction sheet, lines 12 through 15 are meant to move Artie around after the triangle is drawn, just so you can see them all. I'm going to add them in really quick. You may have noticed the n in line 14. This means that whatever value we send in during the function call will be applied here, and in our case, it will impact how far we move. Now that we have finished construction of our function, let's call it 4 times so that we can draw our 4 triangles. You can pass in any value you want here, but keep in mind that Artie will be moving forward that amount, so maybe keep it reasonable. If we run what we have, we should have 4 triangles. Now you know how to use objects, for loops, and functions.